Hello, folks. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Folks, comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also, share the videos. I want to thank you folks for liking, watching, and sharing my videos. You people are the absolute best. Um, Comment down below, folks, because I want to talk to you people about this Le'Veon Bell situation. So I want you to comment down below, and I want you, to go back and forth with me and talk with me about how you feel about this situation and what's happening here. For those of you that don't know, Le'Veon Bell is being ran through the mud by the mainstream media by a story that I believe to have been leaked from Adam Gase. I'm gonna just start off by saying that we're gonna go through it, so it's gonna be some time, folks. So sit down, get ready, and we're gonna talk about this. All right. So let's start. Le'Veon Bell catches the flu, clear as day. This is before the Dolphins game. Takes his time, kind of sits out, deals with the illness, goes to team doctors before the game. He's trying to tell him, hey, I want to play. All right, hey, I want to play, I want to go. The team doctors look him over. They say, he's lost 9 pounds. He still looks like he can be contagious with the team. They say, hey, look, you've lost weight. You also may still be contagious. We don't want you to infect other players that are on this team with the illness that you have. We know you want to go, but we're going to send you home. Don't come to the games. Don't come to the hotel. Do not be around the team. Just go home. Don't go home and just lay down, though. Try to keep moving to help you get over this illness, but go home. He goes home like he was told to do. Of course, he has family that also flew in to watch him play against the Dolphins. They were going to come to the game. He clearly was going to be our starting running back. He would have played in that game. He goes back home to his family, tells them, hey, I'm not going to be able to go. They say I'm too contagious. They send me home. Family goes, okay, well, hey, it is what it is. Well, tell you what, instead of just sitting around, let's keep you up and moving. Let's go bowling. He goes to the Pontoon Bowling Alley. I believe that's what it's called. And now a story is leaked to the media, where the narrative that a lot of people in the media are trying to paint is that he'd rather go bowling than actually playing a live football game with the Jets. See, this is the nonsense that I be talking about. This is the nonsense that I be talking about. This is why players don't want to come here and play. Let's keep it all the way real. They tried to trade Le'Veon Bell before the trade deadline. So we tried to do. Why? It's because Adam Gase doesn't want Le'Veon Bell. Because Adam Gase is an idiot. And he has no clue what he's doing as an offensive coordinator. Right? And he's misused and mishandled him all year. He's an extremely petty ass head coach. And he has found a way to try to ostracize him away from this football team. That's what he does. When he gets to a place, he fractures a locker room by pushing certain players in a corner away from the team and makes them like, you're the guy I'm going to go after. He never wanted Le'Veon Bell. He didn't want him in free agency. Max signed him anyway because he's a weapon, because we needed elite offensive weapons. And he's made it a point this entire year to make it seem like, hey, I don't need Le'Veon Bell. As a matter of fact, in the same Dolphins game that Le'Veon missed, he only gave Le'Veon 10 carries against the worst rushing defense in the Bengals. He gave him 10 carries. He gave Bilal Powell 19 carries against the Miami Dolphins and also gave Ty Montgomery a couple carries as well. What does that tell you? That tells you I don't want to use Le'Veon Bell. He didn't start putting Le'Veon Bell in the slot until week 12. Le'Veon Bell had tons of success in the slot or just being moved out as a wide receiver with the Steelers for years. That was one of the big things that he could do. We don't use him here at all in that position because we don't want him. Adam Gase doesn't want him. That's what it's really about, and that's why this story was leaked. So we can find a way to settle the fan base because we're going to trade his ass again we're going to try to get rid of him again in the offseason. I remember I was listening to Shannon Sharp, and he was talking about, this is why the Steelers couldn't win with Le'Veon Bell. Everybody always wondered, well, Le'Veon Bell, Ben Roethlisberger, why couldn't they get it done? It's because of this. He's trying to make him seem like he's a me guy. He's not a team guy. You know what's crazy is when we tried to trade Le'Veon Bell before the trade deadline, the Steelers called for him. That was one of the teams that were in the mix. I know it was like the Texans and the Chiefs and a couple other teams, but the Steelers called for Le'Veon Bell. So if he was such a me guy, here's the franchise that drafted him. Here's the franchise that would know him better than anyone else. He spent years there being successful offensively. If the Steelers, who are known for getting rid of guys that are problems, if they thought that he was truly a problem, as much of a problem as Shannon Sharpe thought he was, why the hell would you inquire to trade for him? They wouldn't have. This is the Jets making bad decisions. And historically, that's why we're losers, because we make bad decisions. You keep making bad decisions. You compound bad decisions with more bad decisions. That's why we're keeping Adam Gase to 2020. Let's just keep making bad decisions. You know, I look at this situation and I say, well, why are we moving him? He's an elite offensive weapon on a team that is strapped offensively. We don't have much offensive talent. This team historically doesn't have much offensive talent. This franchise historically lacks offensive talent. That's why we always had garbage-ass offenses. This is the best. Le'Veon Bell is the best player we've had since Curtis Martin. Some people say he might be better than Curtis Martin. This dude has Hall of Fame numbers before he came here. He literally has Hall of Fame numbers. He is statistically, he is having the worst year he's had ever. Coming here. Here, he's had the worst numbers he's ever had in his career here. Statistical lows. You look at this situation, and the first thing I think of is, man, what do you think other free agents are going to say about these moves? These things that we're doing here. Do you think they're going to look at this situation in the offseason? And this is a team that needs free agency to get better. I don't know if y'all know, but we're going to have to sign free agents if we're going to be competitive next year. We can't fix all the issues that we have on this football team with one damn draft. So for some of y'all that think that that's going to happen, I'm going to need y'all to wake up. We need free agents. Why would a free agent come here? Not only do you have to deal with Adam Gase, now you got to deal with being bashed in the media for doing nothing. So you're telling me that a free agent is going to look at the Jets as a destination after all of this? No, free agents are going to look at us and be like, that is the last place I want to go. And even if I have to go there, I'm going to make them pay me. I'm going to make them overpay me to be there. We're going to start paying the Jets tax for being a garbage, just out of touch ass franchise. Dysfunctional. We're going to start paying the dysfunction tax. No elite offensive weapons are going to look at us as a destination to be. Look how we're handling Le'Veon Bell, having career lows here. Now you got to deal with Adam Gase. Now you got to deal with the nonsense in the media. Never mind the fact that the Colicchio Simile situation, Luke Falk as well, Quincy Enunwa came out and popped off, all these issues you got with guys that are already on the roster. Hell no player's going to want to come here. What about the guys that we got coming up for free agency? Guys like Robbie Anderson. We tried to trade his ass too. Here's probably the second best weapon we got on the team. We tried to get rid of him as well. You think he's just going to re-sign here for like the hometown discount? You can get that out your brain. He's either going to tax us or he's going to be out of here as soon as possible. So you're telling me that we're going to move on from Le'Veon Bell in this offseason because that's what's coming. That's what they're trying to prep us for. That's why all these news articles are coming out about, hey, the Jets are going to look to trade Le'Veon Bell this offseason. We might be moving on from Le'Veon Bell and Robbie Anderson this offseason. How do you think that's going to help Sam Darnold? It's not. Two guys that he has chemistry, well, somewhat chemistry with. Hell, Le'Veon Bell never gets used, but he's definitely got chemistry with Robbie Anderson. So you lose one of the top guys you have chemistry with, and you lose an elite weapon. How does that help Sam Darnold? How does that help our locker room? You don't think guys in the locker room are looking at what's happening with Le'Veon Bell and going, man, this place is nuts. You don't think there's players in that locker room that love Le'Veon Bell and love what he brings to the table as a player? One of those guys that loves Le'Veon Bell is Jamal Adams. We're trying to trade his ass too. Oh, it's nothing like the Jets, boy. Get good and we'll get rid of your ass. We are trying to trade. We're going to be trying to trade Jamal Adams as well this offseason. Here's one of the guys that love Le'Veon Bell. As a matter of fact, he's one of the reasons why Le'Veon Bell is here in the first place. The man stalked him on social media publicly. Continuously was on his phone, calling left and right, trying to get him to come here. He was one of the driving forces to getting this guy on the roster. That's Adam Gase. That's Adam Gase. He did the same thing in Miami. He did the same thing. And some of you Jets fans that hit my inbox talking about, oh, Joe, you're too hard on Adam Gase. This is not Miami. He hasn't learned a damn thing. Nothing. We see it. Some of y'all need to wake up. And I don't know when you're going to wake up, but I'm telling you, you're going to wake up one day. Everything that I've said about this dude, everything that I've talked about, you can see it. The garbage-ass offensive play calling, the misuse of offensive personnel left and right, the handling of players, how he doesn't relate to players well, how he tries to ostracize guys that are already on the team, how he's starting to fracture the locker room. That stuff is already going on right now. Outside of this Le'Veon Bell situation, which is clearly, again, that's Adam Gase leaking this story to the media. It's Adam Gase not using him correctly. All that stuff is Adam Gase. We got other players that have come on and just popped off as well, publicly. Hell, Jamal Adams did. Quincy Enunwa did. Luke Falk filing grievances. Kelechi Osinle popping off and filing grievances too. This team is a circus. This team is a circus. And we're doing all this, and I'm telling you, we are actively ruining a franchise quarterback in Sam Darnold. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I'm telling you, that's what we're doing. More than anything else, we prayed consistently for a franchise quarterback for years. From the Bryce Pettys to the Christian Hackenbergs to Mark Sanchez, Ryan Fitzpatrick, all these guys that we were like, they're not the guy. We finally get a guy that fell to us. Best QB in the draft. And we're strapping him. We're putting him in the positions to fail consistently. And now we're going to take away his offensive weapons. Now we're going to take away a big, huge piece. Something that can really help him out, we're going to get rid of that. Because Adam Gase needs to be protected because he doesn't understand how to utilize offensive skill sets. He doesn't understand how to utilize offensive personnel within the garbage-ass scheme. This is the same coach that has shown no success in the league. He's done nothing. Please comment down below, folks. I want to hear from you. I want to get your thoughts on this situation. You folks have a good one.